Well, it is time to address the elephant in the room. Who here remembers great games such as The Last Stand or The Last Stand 2, or maybe even websites like Cool Math Games or even Armor Games or Newgrounds or whatnot? Yeah, this certainly is a game that appears like it could have been one you played many years ago, but is indeed new because it's part of the Steam Next Fest, which, well, it's going on for a few more days, I suppose, and this demo may be as well. Welcome aboard, and good to see you all here for a game that is not The Last Stand or The Last Stand 2, but immediately gives me those vibes by the name of The Last of the Survivors, certainly giving me Last of Us vibes, as well as The Last Survivor and or whatever. Like 4 million different zombie games that were all over these sites. I want to know from you down below in the comments section, what were some of the best sites to go play Flash games on, and what were some of your favorite games growing up that you played, well, on a browser? I can remember, and by the way, good news too, if you remember a game by the name of Warfare, I think it was 1917 and Warfare 1944, they're re-releasing that on Steam as well. So for the Steam Next Fest, you can download that one and give it a shot. And that was a classic Flash game that I really enjoyed, that had several battles from World War I and World War II in it, and I think you could play as multiple factions. So quite interesting. But anyway, welcome to this game that is a definitely zombie game, survival game, question mark? I'm not exactly sure. Under the barricades mode, it is incredibly reminiscent of the old school The Last Stand games. And of course, you would have a barricade and you would reinforce it or repair it, and you would have people that could also join you at the barricade, and you'd have different weapons and you can give them different things as you traveled through town, going from point to point to eventually try to evacuate or get to safety. And that's exactly what reminds me of that game by looking at this. But there's also a clean up the buildings mode, and there's also a couple of different modes here for cleaning up what looks to be like an old school office building, a modern hospital, or maybe like a residential apartment or something like that, but also that barricade mode looking very old school as well. There's no music for this game. I don't know why, but it certainly would be a promising concept if the developers come up with a lot more than what we see here. If they're just showing off the combat and how the game will play, that's one thing. But what made some of those other games more interesting was how immersive they tried to be, and how they made it more like a puzzle game or like a risk game, a roguelite, if you will, by choosing the route you would go. Well, I've already played a little bit of this game already, and under the hospital mode here, I've cleared 6 corridors, earning me about like $2,000 or so. I've already spent some of that money on a new shotgun, which I can get here at the store. And it looks like they're just showing off all the guns that are here. But man, do a million different games flash into my mind, pardon the pun, of all Flash games that we used to play growing up that were a lot of fun. And yeah, here you have a ton of different weapons, rifles, and I think there's even, oh yeah, we got some LMGs down here, some shotguns, and also sniper rifles, grenade launchers, and more. So, but I gotta say, the starting gun that they give you is incredibly powerful. It looks like we've even got a baseball bat, machete, and a compound bow. So I'm gonna switch over to the shotgun here and give that a shot and see what we can do. So, well, actually, wait a minute. I wonder if I could replace our... Oh, we can replace our primary and secondary weapons here like that. Oh, perfect, perfect. Now, before we get started there, I did want to show you one thing here that I found to be quite funny here. If I go to the tips area of the game, it'll show us, you know, click and point to kill enemies, A and D to move forward and backward, space to kick an enemy off of you. But this is cool. If you get a headshot, you get a little bit more money than if you shoot him in the chest or the legs. And then it shows you the damage there too. So I thought it was quite interesting that they programmed in some sort of a hit marker mode. So let's go clean up some buildings. Let's get to the hospital and see if we can do it. I don't know how loud this game's going to be. Actually, is there any sort of setting for that? Nope, it's either sound on or sound off. Damn, that is crazy when devs do that. It's going to get real loud. So, you know, rip headphone users. Let's begin. That should be good. Actually, no on-screen tips on how to like change weapons or anything like that. No, it doesn't even show you what to move. Oh boy. And this has been out for a few days, by the way. So welcome to level 7 then. And hi there. Also, I've noticed that they'll try to block their faces if you shoot too many times. So kind of just a good idea to just singularly fire. And I'm not sure how to change weapons. Oh god. Oh, 2 of them running at me. 1 and 2 on the keyboard doesn't work. Control doesn't work. Wow, somebody is telling me I can't actually. So you need to calm down. I'm trying to figure out the controls. You sit down too, young. Every one of these guys is like a bald dude. Nobody has hair. Wow, we're just mowing them down, dude. Some of them might get back up. I'm actually trying to hold them back now. Wow. Out of the way. See ya. There one last guy? Oh, I got them all. Okay. All right, well, $500 for that. Yeah, you get it, right? Okay, so then we go back here. We've cleared the 7th corridor now. We got $926 and health 5. I don't think we can buy any sort of health kits or anything. I think we start with 6. I may have gotten hit once or twice. But yeah, I have no idea how to switch weapons. And I can't even go to the main menu to check. And I've thought of everything you could. Scroll wheel, 1, 2, I don't know, maybe Q or something like that. I'll have to spam my keyboard. But even if I do that, I have no idea. Let's check the barricades mode, which is what I was most excited about. And I was really looking forward to something that would be like The Last Stand. I'm all for people, and I love this, by the way, the resurgence of horror games and zombie games that are looking like PS1 and even PS2 classics. And that terrifies me because that when I was a little kid watching, you know, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 1 being played for the first time, absolutely like blew my mind in such a crazy way. All right, we can actually repair the barrier here, it looks like. Okay, and we start with the no money and just the AK-74. Go with that. Wave 1. So lonely. No other survivors here? Oh, it's the same guys from the hospital again. Damn it, they really want their money. Come on, guys, let's talk about this. Now, there's still 3 more out there. This guy's final boss. There we go. Ooh, you can just keep racking up money by shooting them while they're on the ground. Well, go full auto on every damn zombie on the ground then. That'll make you way more money if you knock them down, but yet still happen to hit them in the arms and legs and maybe another headshot even though they're dead. It'll cost, give you more money. It's gonna get you a little bit more cash. All right. So every round is the same, right? Every wave is the same. Oh, nice. Get him in the legs. I think he's still alive. That's a big boy. Sir? Okay, one more. I have no idea what the concept of this is going to be. I mean, we got a fence here. We've got a barricade set up. We got buildings we can clear. I'm assuming the gameplay must be a combination of both of these things, where you find an area of relative safety, like a police department or a hardware store or something, and you're able to scrounge up things like the flood lights and maybe some fencing or something, and able to defend yourself and maybe some others. Now, this is a pretty good demo of a concept of like a ton of great guns and some cool sounding zombies. And the gunplay seems fun. But I got to see all these pieces put together. Like, it's got my curiosity for sure. Looks like a mobile game. Sit your ass down. Wow. I'm not making any of the money. I should be making $5 per headshot. What the hell is this? What the hell? Sit your ass down. Oh, he's still twitching. All right, very nice. Now, I could grind this out all day, but honestly, I wish there was just a hack or some sort of an unlimited money mode in this demo to just try out all the different guns and see how they look and feel, and if some of them, I don't know, have grenade launchers or whatnot. Some of them seem to have suppressors, and there's some nice, like M249s, it looks like, and, ooh, incendiary rounds. Look at that. All right, see, that'd be fun to play around with, but really holding left click here all day to do this stuff is, you know, fun and all if it were the full game and we had much more to do. But, you know, I mean, are we going to really use this? I mean, damage 8 on a baseball bat, that seems like something the player would begin with and then have to work their way up to just a handgun, which I don't even know how to switch to that. Now we can repair the barrier. $200? Are you kidding me? To repair the barrier like 4%? You are insane. You're absolutely insane. All right, I got to see what the hell this game is about. Let's watch the trailer and then we got to talk. Like, what the hell? This looks so cool, but like it's in so many different pieces. Like, is it? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I watched the trailer with you, and it looks like it combines all the things that we've seen from the demo. This one's coming out in about a couple of weeks too, in March 27th, 2025. So into early access. Again, all the weapons seem like they put a lot of great care into the sounds and the feel of the weapons and how it handles, because every one of them in the 2D setting like this will have to have a laser sight in order for you to hit anything. Well, for the most part, I mean, you're not going to have one on your machete, but you know what I'm saying. An early access action tower defense shooter is what they say on Steam. I don't know about the tower defense part when all you're doing is basically setting up a fence and then repairing it for $200. Who are you paying? Who is somebody being like shipped in from the Bahamas or something like that? You gotta have them come in first class and pamper them and put them up in a nice hotel. Who the hell are you paying for this? Well, anyway, with the name of The Last of the Survivors, they certainly are trying to go for a Last of Us vibe where they made the main character look like Joel, yet the character really reminds me of the clothing that he's dressed in, like the character from The Last Stand. He's kind of wearing the whole olive drab thing too, with like the he's got the magazine pouch around his I don't know, waist or whatever. It's certainly reminiscent of that character. And I mean, generic dude in zombie apocalypse with a beard and like a coat on. I mean, unless he's wearing something that I don't know is flashy, they all kind of blend in. So I don't know. I thought it was at least worth trying to take a peek at this and seeing what the hell it would be like. It's certainly not going to be, the next Zomboid. But honestly, I would love, just like I mentioned earlier, I would love to see, and we're getting this, the Warfare 1917 and 1944 remade, which they're doing. And also, I want to see some of these Flash games. I want these developers to come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, we got some funding. We're going to be re-releasing our game on Steam for like $5. Like, we got to pay people to put it all together. I think Steam has like a couple $100 like upload fee or something like that. But other than that, Hell, I would not mind paying for some of the classics that we grew up with on Cool Math Games and all these other sites that had some really iconic games that stuck with me for a long time. In fact, if you remember the one with the priest, I don't know, it reminds me of the King of the Hill character. I forget his name, but yeah, the priest guy who shoots everybody all the time. But anyway, yeah, long story short, Flash games were certainly a lot of fun. I'm sad that Flash died. It's been banned because they want you to go through the big boys, to get your games and things like that. So I hope we get some sort of a remake of all these classics, or maybe there's a library for that. I've been kind of looking to see, and other than using like a kind of like a different web browser to go to archives, you can't really find that stuff, or at least it's compartmentalized, and sometimes it's not all complete. Regardless, that's it. That's my little gameplay of The Last of the Survivors. I played it a bit to try to unlock, the shotgun and a few other things like that, but it's just, it's wild. It seems cool, and I hope it is, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, pretty cool to shoot zombies, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for leaving a like, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, buddy.